Is Cade Cunningham going to be the MVP? If you watch this page, you know that I said maybe about a month ago or so, I gave my early MVP predictions. And one of the players that I said, and that I've been saying consistently, is I said I think Cade is a dark horse, if you want to call it, for MVP. And he was my favorite for MVP outside the favorites. Like, to me, I was saying I think Cade, I was saying even though Cade would be considered a dark horse, I said I think Cade has like the best chance to win MVP, outside of the favorites. Because I was like, Cade is going to probably do great things. The Pistons will probably be really good. And, because of that, I thought Cade had a great chance to win MVP. And look what he's doing. He's averaging like 20. He's averaging like 26 and like 10. The Pistons are 8-2. They're number 1 in the Eastern Conference. So, Cade might win MVP. So, sorry. In addition to that, Jalen Duren is averaging like 19 and 11. Like, the Pistons are rolling. They just beat the Sixers, I believe. Today? Was that today? Let me think about it for a second. Yeah, I think they beat them today. I think that was today. But the Pistons beat the Sixers. Like I said, Cade Cunningham is on trajectory to potentially win MVP. And like I said, a month ago I was saying I think this is Cade's year. And it's looking like it. So, somebody said, I agree. I'm glad you agree. Yeah, Cade is just really, doing his thing. And with the way that the Pistons are playing, like, this gives Cade the best odds to win MVP. Because one of the things I said is I think the Pistons will be pretty good this year. And the only way you win MVP is if you're, a top maybe 3 seed, in your conference or something like that. And because the Pistons right now are number 1, that definitely is going to, give Cade a better chance to win MVP. So if they keep winning all these games, and obviously if they're winning, Cade is going to be averaging a lot of points and stuff that he's doing. Cade for MVP. I don't want to say I called it, but, somebody said, what should they do with Ivy? Well, nothing at the moment. Like, there would be no reason to move on from Jaden Ivey at this point in time, if that's what you're suggesting, because like everything, like they're in like a spot where like everything is going for them, right? Like, there's no reason to like make any kind of trade or anything like that at this moment, because like they're winning games, they have him on his rookie deal. Like, there would be no reason to do that just yet, at least. Somebody said you need a mod, keep at it. Thank you, I appreciate that. I don't know how to add a moderator. Maybe if someone in the comments knows how to. I don't know how to. Someone said, I wonder if Malik Beasley can return with them soon. I'm not sure he's going to. I don't know. Someone said I'll be your moderator. Okay, I appreciate that. I don't even know how. I wouldn't even know how to add you as a moderator. Honestly, I don't know how to do that. So thank you, but I don't even know how to do it. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So yeah, Jaden Ivey, I wouldn't move on from him yet. I don't think there's any reason to do that. I think they're in a good position with what they're doing, who they have, and yeah, I think they should just, keep it going for now and then, see what happens. Maybe at the end of the year, see what happens with the season. You got Asor Thompson, Jalen Duren is absolutely cooking. Like, there would be no reason for them to, make any kind of trade right now, in my opinion. But, and I don't think Jaden Ivey is on the trading block at this point anyway. But obviously, that is something to potentially keep in mind. Somebody said agreed. Glad you agree. When you have a young team who is thriving as they are, unless there's like someone, like, obviously this is not happening, but if for whatever reason at the trade deadline, Giannis, was like, I want to go there, then, you might see Jaden Ivey moved to make, the deal work and whatever else they wanted. But, barring something like that, it's not, like I said, it's not, they're likely not going to really make any kind of big moves at the trade deadline, especially because the way they're rolling, like, they're going to want to keep the chemistry together. When the trade deadline rolls around, like I said, if there's someone available, maybe who wouldn't cost them, a ton of players, they might make some kind of move for that, maybe like a veteran. But they have good veterans on the team. They have Caris LeVert. If you watch this page, I'm a fan of Caris LeVert. I think Caris LeVert has been an underrated player throughout his career, and I feel like Caris LeVert adds value to them and every team he's been on. People forget, like I've said this before, but people forget that, what was I going to say? I keep losing my train of thought. People forget that Caris LeVert, was that guy on Brooklyn. That year, 2021 maybe? No, not 2021. It had to be before that, excuse me. 2018. Wow, how long ago was that? Regardless, when Caris LeVert was on the Nets and he was in his prime and stuff like that, he was averaging 25 or something, and he was on trajectory to be an all-star. Caris LeVert was going to be an all-star that year if he did not, I think, break his leg or something like that. And then he was out, I think, the rest of the season, and, that was that. But, he was that guy. I think people forget how good he was. Somebody said, I've already subscribed and left my like. I wish you success and a happy start to the week. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate all of you who subscribe and like the content and stuff like that. It always makes me happy to hear that you like it and that you're enjoying the content. So I'm very glad. Someone said, okay, now do a backflip. Well, funny enough, I used to be a gymnast. So back in my younger days, that request could have been accepted. Nowadays, no, I don't do backflips anymore. But I used to be a competitive gymnast, so I used to be doing backflips all the time. So you're not too far off, actually. Someone said, what's my dream team? What's my dream team? In terms of a starting five, I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I don't know. I don't think about those things, honestly. I talk about it all the time. I don't think about top 10 lists, and I don't know. I just don't give thought to those things. Maybe I should, but maybe I'll think about it when I get off live. But thank you guys so much for watching this live stream. I hope you enjoyed, and